It is late in the day, and the group has food, but the food is fighting back. The meat is tough, the roots are dry and bitter. A child tries to chew one piece, then gives up, still hungry. The hunters are tired, the mothers are tired, and everybody around the fire needs energy before the cold night begins. Then, something changes near the edge of the flame. A piece of food has been sitting too close to the heat. It is darker now, softer, warmer, and easier to pull apart. Nobody understands chemistry. Nobody knows what digestion is, but they know one thing immediately. This food is easier to eat. That small moment may not look like much, but over countless fires, countless meals, and countless generations, it may have helped change the human body itself. Before we go deeper, subscribe for more stories about ancient humans and the survival instincts still living inside us. Here's a question that sounds almost too simple. Why do humans cook? Every other animal eats food the way it finds it. Lions do not roast meat. Gorillas do not boil roots. Wolves do not wait beside a fire for dinner. But humans do something different. Before we eat food, we change it. Today, cooking feels ordinary. A stove, a microwave, a grill, a warm meal at the end of the day. But for early humans, cooking may have been one of the most important survival technologies ever discovered. Not just because food tasted better. Cooking mattered because it could turn difficult food into usable food. And in the ancient world, usable food could mean survival. The usual story is simple. Humans became smart. Then smart humans invented cooking. But what if part of the story worked the other way around? What if cooking helped create the kind of body and the kind of brain that made human intelligence possible? That does not mean cooking alone made us human. Evolution is never that simple. Meat mattered. Tools mattered. Cooperation mattered. Climate mattered. Walking on two legs mattered. But some researchers argue that cooked food may have been one of the great turning points in the human story. And the evidence is not only buried in old ash or burned bones. Some of it may be written in our own bodies. Humans do not look like animals built for a fully raw diet. Our jaws are smaller than those of other great apes. Our teeth are smaller. Our guts are shorter. That is not random. It is a clue. Raw food is hard work. Tough roots, fibrous plants, raw meat, bitter chemicals, and hidden dangers all demand time and effort from the body. Chimpanzees are built for that world. They have powerful jaws, large teeth, and digestive systems made for tough raw material. Humans are different. Somewhere deep in our past, the food changed. Once food became softer and easier to process, the body could begin to change with it. Cooking was not just heat. It was almost like using fire as an outside stomach. Before food reached the mouth, fire had already done part of the work. A cooked root could feed the child who could not swallow the raw one. Cooked meat could be torn apart with less effort. Some plant foods became easier to digest. Some dangers in raw food could be reduced. The same landscape could suddenly give more useful food to the same group. That may sound small, but picture the ancient world. There was no grocery store, no fridge, no backup meal, and no safe food waiting at home. Every bite had to be found, carried, protected, and eaten before something else took it first. So, a meal that gave more value with less effort was not a convenience. It was power. It could help a group walk farther, recover faster, feed children more easily, and survive one more night. Then comes the bigger question. If fire changed food, what did it change next? The human brain is expensive. A species cannot simply grow a bigger brain unless it can pay the energy cost. Cooked food may have helped pay part of that cost by making food easier for the body to use. If food became softer, massive jaws mattered less. If digestion became easier, a huge gut mattered less. If the body spent less effort fighting raw food, more energy could support something more demanding, the brain. This is the deeper twist. Fire may not have simply served human intelligence. It may have helped make human intelligence possible. The mistake is thinking cooking was just a better way to make dinner. It may have changed what humans could afford to become, but fire did not stop at the body. That is only half the story. The deeper change happened around the flame, where hungry individuals slowly became a group. When food had to be cooked, people gathered. The fire became a center, warmth, light, protection, and a place where the night felt less dangerous. Children stayed close. Adults watched each other. Food was shared, Knowledge moved from one mind to another. The campfire may have been one of the first human classrooms. Not a school, not a house, not anything modern. Just a circle of people with darkness outside and survival knowledge inside. Where water was found. Which plants made people sick. What animal tracks meant. Who could be trusted. A story around fire was not just entertainment. It could be a warning that children remembered. Cooking did not only feed the body, it helped hold the group together. Today, this ancient technology is hidden inside ordinary life. You stand in a kitchen, turn on heat, wait for food to change, and it feels modern. But it is not modern. It is ancient. Older than cities. Older than writing. Older than farming. Every cooked meal carries a trace of that first fire. A body shaped by heat, a brain fed by easier food, and a group gathered against the dark. That may be why a warm meal still feels like more than food. It feels like comfort, safety, home, belonging. Now return to that first group around the fire. They do not understand evolution. They do not know their bodies may one day change because of what they are eating. They only know that the food near the flame is softer, warmer, easier, and better. Maybe that was enough. A child who could not swallow raw food could eat. A tired group could get more from what it had. A small discovery could become a habit. A habit could become survival. And survival, repeated long enough, could shape a species. Did cooking make humans human? Maybe not by itself, but without cooked food, humans may never have become the kind of creature that could ask the question. Prehistory did not disappear. It still lives every time we gather around heat, share food, and turn survival into a meal.